Hello, everyone. So basically, we're going to be recording, re-recording the lecture that was given yesterday to the Rodent Society to archive online. So I'll just hop right in. This is the Slanted Commune. This is our Kickstarter presentation, our first lecture. So what is the Slanted Commune? We're still kind of figuring out what we are, but we do know that the initial reason for this group was out of love. Love of what exactly? Love of the game. So we wanted to get cool people to come together and really, really have a passion for improving something, for sharing ideas and whatnot. But so today I'm basically going to talk a little bit about the group and then jump into the competition that we just launched a few days ago. But essentially, this kind of idea started when I realized that I wanted to do something. I wanted to do a project or something to keep me occupied while I was working my 9 to 5. So I was in the car ranting to my friend. I'm tired of ranting. That kind of would pop this idea into our heads, and this is where we started the group. So basically, I do care about architecture. I do love art. I love all of it, and I wanted to make something where people can get excited about these things again. And that's where this group was born. I was leaving my grandparents' house. I just went home and started making some flyers. Didn't really think much about it. Didn't plan it too much because I wanted the group to just be spontaneous and come out of nowhere. And this is kind of where we started. But then I realized this isn't about the competition. It's about something else. It's about It's about bringing people together, learning about what people enjoy, and through that collaboration, this interdisciplinary collaboration, we're able to push something further. So we have artists, we have architects, we have musicians, we have other types of designers, people that really love the arts. So essentially, this competition is still very active, and it's going to be. It's going to be used as a way to get us started and to really, bond over something and do something cool. So basically, I realized all of these groups and these clubs are really unique because of the people and what the people love. It's not, we're not new. This isn't trying to be anything new. The group will mold itself and kind of create a unique perspective and unique set of values through the people. But we don't care if you enjoy knitting scarves for people. Maybe you enjoy graffitiing major corporations' buildings. We don't care. We just want you. We really, we just want people to kind of enjoy, coming together and doing what they love. This is just a to-do list. Basically, yeah. Coming up soon, we're going to be having a lecture by this guy, friend Tucker. He's going to be discussing his life recently and his hike for a few months from Blacksburg up to upstate New York. So that'll be cool. We're doing a members gallery right now. It's a digital archive. We just want to have a place to store the work. It's been growing pretty fast, and we're looking forward to the completion of that exhibition. Another friend, Ian, is going to be talking about his typical stuff that he talks about, so that'll be fun. And then we want this to become more about the group, and we want the people to form their own things, so that'll be fun. But yeah, we still got a lot to work on, and this is whatever. But so basically, the bulk of this conversation is going to be about the competition. And I'm mainly just going to be talking about the site narrative that was written for the brief and giving you some context into that so you can learn a little bit more about the competition and, why we're doing it and everything. Basically, I'll just jump right into that. So again, it starts off with a story. We wanted to give the project brief some sort of meaning. So to start off, basically, there's this dude. He lives in a slum with his wife Kim. He happens to be the mayor of this town. It's a small town. There's only about 5 people, but he's also extremely interested in making teleportation devices. I don't know why, but he's basically he loves hanging out in his basement with his brother, and they just make these, really cool devices. And the one that they made recently, his brother created a new high-end motherboard system, but only his brother knows how to use it and make it. So anyway, a few days later, the mayor is sleeping in his bed, and he wakes up from this sound that comes from the basement. It's pretty loud, and he goes downstairs and he sees that his device that him and his brother built was gone. It's not there anymore. He remembers it there, and it's not there, and it had actually been stolen. So it was stolen, and it was stolen by his wife Kim. Kim took it, but he went down again in the basement. He saw that this note was left, and it said, "I took the kids to see the Grand Canyon. We will be back in a few days. Needed to leave that slum. P.S. Sorry for waking you up. I know the teleporter is loud." So he was lonely. He was by himself. Him and his wife and his kids had left him. Now he didn't know what to do with his time. So he went back to the basement to make another one because he wanted to go find his family. He wanted to go travel and meet them. So he went back down to the basement to get started on his next device. A few days later, he finished the device, but because it wasn't, didn't have that same motherboard system that his brother knew how to make, it was a little off. It was a little wonky. The device was not the same. But his loneliness, it overpowered his worry about the malfunctioning of the device. So he didn't care, and he wanted to get in and wanted to go travel to find his family. So he sat down and he prepared for launch. He counted down 3, 2, 1, and he launched. And all he saw were clouds, more clouds. His vision was filled with these clouds. And then the clouds started to glitch, something weird. And then all of a sudden he sees all these random visions, these historical events, these major, things, extremely important things pop into his vision. And then a train, I don't know why a train, but it just, it's loud. It halted. And all of a sudden he passed out. But after some time, he woke up back in his basement. But now he was in a pool of water in his undergarments, sitting on the basement floor. And he woke up actually from a knock that had come from upstairs. He was downstairs. So he ran upstairs to go answer the door. He meets some random guy at the door, and the random guy says, "Yo, where you been?" He's finally here. He answers the door. I guess he had been waiting for a while. And after looking at the random guy, the mayor looks straight out through and sees this gigantic mountain that had not been there before he left. So he ran around the rest of his house to look out the other windows to see what's going on. The first window, he saw a desert with a Call of Duty map in it. The next, he sees a lake that has Drake and the Duracell CEO swimming together in it. And then the last one, he sees Shaq DJing on a billboard in New York City, Times Square. So this all really puzzled him. He ran back to the front door and asked the dude what had happened. The guy was like, "Bro, you're the mayor of this town. How do you not know where you are? Haha, lol. Don't you remember signing the contract a few days ago to develop this county? You teleported across the world to many different places and your machine glitched out, bro. You created this area that looks like a stupid Fortnite map. Because you promised that you would build us all houses if we came here, we decided to bring our families to be a part of this new colony. This is what happened, the monstrosity that was created from this glitch that he experienced while using the device. His house is right there in the middle. These are some areas of interest that have popped up now because of this glitch. But he ran back down to the basement to see if there were any clues. He wanted to understand how this could have happened. And he found a blueprint of his machine. So the guy upstairs must have been right. His teleporter glitched, and he ended up creating a collage world where the places he accidentally traveled to were all copied into his return flight. So when he came back, they just kind of formed this, new wonder of the world. And it vomited itself out because that's all it could do, and it caused him to be really lonely and sad. And, he didn't leave the house because he was like, what the heck happened? How could this have happened with the machine? It was, we thought it would work, but it ended up creating that monstrosity that he now lives within. And he also didn't know what to do with all the people that had traveled there because he promised, the free housing during his travels. But he went back outside after those 3 days, and he saw the desert again and a bunch of families in tents all around his house. And this made him sad. But he decided to step up and be a leader, the leader that he once was before his machine glitched. So he hopped on the phone and he called every architect to see if they'd be interested in helping him, build these houses. And he actually called up the Slanted Commune. The Slanted Commune was selected to design the houses for the people for this weird anomaly town. And so basically, welcome to the Slanted Commune. You are going to be, if you're doing the competition, you'll be part of this journey. You'll be part of this narrative. You're going to be, designing houses for these cool people that have moved in after the incident. So thank you for your time. If you want to join, you can go email. That's not even an email, that's a website. But same, slantedcommune@gmail.com. But the website is also there if you'd like to join. Thank you.